So hello and welcome. Nice to see you joining. And just wait a minute or so as people come on. As you join, you're so welcome. If you want to use the chat function, you're welcome to say where you're coming in from or how you're feeling today in one word or more. Hey Shari, nice to see you. So I will begin. I'm Maylai for those who might be joining a practice with me for the first time. And I'm really delighted to share with you today an embodied contemplative practice around 3 questions that I have been exploring for myself and in my own practice. And these questions are: what is my fire? What is my water? And what is my ground? And as I've been reflecting on these questions and thinking of them as like an elemental compass, and that this is also a really beautiful practice to engage in on the full moon. Often we feel those forces of nature a little bit more at these times. And this is a practice that I've been using and offered to you as a way of knowing yourself better or in different ways, as connecting with nature and the nature in you, so those elements that are reflected in us, and also as a guiding compass. So as you maybe find some answers to these questions for yourself, they might be something that you come back to for guidance. And seeing those messages come up. Hello, hi Riada, it's lovely to see you. So for this practice, I suggested, if you did see the post beforehand, to have a notebook and a pen handy, because it will be a contemplative, reflective practice. You're also welcome to have any props, any cushions, any support, so that your body can be as comfortable as you would like it to be. And we'll take about 20 to 25 minutes with this practice and have a little bit of time for some shared reflection at the end, if that's something that you'd like to participate in. So as you settle yourself in, you're welcome to arrange your body in any position that feels supportive. Maybe a position that you can rest into a little bit. Just having your notebook and your pen handy. Inviting yourself to settle into your body, if that feels like a possibility for you today. Your eyes could be open or closed at any time throughout the practice. And as you settle into your body, maybe checking if you could be 5 to 10% more comfortable, more easeful. Are there any adjustments that you might make to support that? It might even be changing position. If you're seated or lying down, you might prefer to be standing today. Taking your time to move towards a position and experience of ease in your body. Inviting and welcoming yourself just as you are. And for this practice, there's nothing that you need to know, nothing in particular that you need to do, no way that you should feel or know. An invitation to arrive just as you are, and that is the perfect starting place. As we move through the practice, I'll be inviting some visualizations and like a guided meditation and a little bit of movement practice. I'll also be inviting some journaling through questions and prompts. And just know that as I offer these, you could engage in one or more of the questions as you like. You might just tune out my voice altogether and find yourself in your own journey and reflection. So that's very welcome too. But as you're ready, you might visualize a flame or a fire in your mind's eye. It could be any type of flame or fire that comes to your mind. The energy, the power, the transformational nature of fire. And as you hold that image of a flame or fire in your mind, you could invite that flame or fire to merge with your body. The fire takes up residence inside your body and meets the inner fire. And as this fire meets your inner fire, it strengthens in the places where they meet. You might notice a particular area of your body where you feel this sense of fire. You might notice sensations that have that sense of fiery quality to them. You might have an image emerge. And as you're with that inner experience, you could ask yourself here, what is my fire? What is my fire? Some additional questions to explore that could be, what are the questions that are alive in me? What makes me move? What burns in me for knowing or for action? What makes me get out of bed in the morning? What is it that lights me up or sets my soul on fire? And as you contemplate any or all of these questions, what is my fire? You're welcome to take a few minutes to contemplate or journal in your own way. Allowing any experience, any thought, any image, any feeling or sensation to emerge as you contemplate. And if you are journaling, you may just journal and see what comes next. As you contemplate, allow that to emerge and to move. That you may find you do settle on something. It's like sifting through to arrive at the heart of this question. Again, some of those prompts might be, what are the questions that are alive in me? What makes me move? What sets my soul on fire? What is it that makes me get out of bed in the morning? You might find different words to support your inquiry. No, that's very welcome. My words are just suggestions. And if you're looking for an answer or some clarity in these questions and you're not sure or you find nothing's really coming, then one way to work with this question might be to ask, what might it look like? What might it look like? Or what if there were a possibility to know your fire? What might that feel like? There might be different entry points that work for each of us. Or if you can't find your fire, you might ask the question, well, what might have dampened it? What might be a way to rekindle? We'll take just a few more moments for reflection and contemplation and journaling here. So when you're ready, the invitation is to take this into movement as a form of knowing. One way to do this might be to locate in your body where you feel that sense of fire and maybe place your hands over that part of your body. So for me, I'm feeling it around the solar plexus. So you could place your hands there. Maybe holding any images or felt sense or thoughts or knowings here in this part of your body, maybe in more than one area in your body. And then inviting that knowing to begin to move. And that might be moving within you, or it might be that it moves you. Letting your fire move you. This could be a way of honoring your fire, of inviting it to be expressed in movement and action. Take just another minute moving. Your movement might also look like stillness. Remembering that you're welcome to engage in this practice in any way it suits you. So if it doesn't feel right to be moving, you might still be in contemplation or journaling. What is it like, or what might it be like to know your fire, to let it move you? And as you're feeling ready, you're welcome to let that settle, moving back towards a place of neutrality. Maybe allowing what has arisen to settle for the moment. And then moving on to the element of water and this question, what is my water? So if you like, you could cup your hands in front of you and imagine that they're filled with clear, fresh, clean water. Imagining what that's like. Clear, fresh, clean water in your hands. And when you feel ready, you could lift this cup of water to your lips and drink it in. And feel the water pouring through your body. With this element of water meeting the element of water in your own body. Whichever way you connect with that. Finding your own rivers and streams and pools. Water in your own body. And tapping into these qualities of water. It might be nourishing, refreshing, cleansing, flowing. Perhaps noticing any images or sensations, experiences that arise in your body as you connect with this element of water. And then the question, what is my water? Some questions that you could ask yourself might be, what is soft, nourishing, and tender in me? What balances my fire? What allows me to flow with life, to adapt or to nurture? So some questions, you might lean into one or several of them, either in your own inner contemplation or through journaling as you prefer. What is my water? What is soft, nourishing, and tender in me? What balances my fire? What allows me to flow with life, to adapt or to nurture? There might be other questions that come into your own mind or heart. Take about 2 minutes for contemplation and journaling. You could tune in or out the sound of my voice. Let's offer these questions again as prompts if that's helpful. What is soft, nourishing, and tender in me? What balances my fire? What allows me to flow with life, to adapt and nurture? You might find several things, or there might be one that really stands out to you. And then when you're ready, moving this towards expressing and knowing through movement. Again, maybe feeling into the places in your body where you feel this sense of water or flow or nourishment. You're welcome to place your hands there if that's helpful. And inviting this element of water to move your body or to move internally. This practice of knowing through moving may invite different possibilities, different type of wisdom or knowing to emerge. Just knowing with your mind. Take about a minute here. Again, knowing that movement might look like stillness at any point in time. The expression of your own water within. How does your water move you? Taking your time to return to a neutral place. Allowing that to settle as we move towards this last element in this practice. Is what is my ground? You're welcome here to tune into maybe the sense of connection of your body to the ground or the earth beneath you. Maybe noticing the places that your body is making connection. Perhaps feeling into the quality of that connection. A little movement is helpful to explore that. It's very welcome. For some, it might be helpful to visualize perhaps roots growing down into the earth. Or perhaps sensing that quality of earth and density in your own bones, your own tissues. And perhaps noticing any qualities of sensation, different areas in your body. Maybe images emerge. Into this experience, inviting the question, what is my ground? What is my ground? In your contemplation or journaling, some questions that might support that inquiry are, what keeps me centered, grounded, and connected? This could be anything in your life. A person, a place, a practice, anything at all. What keeps me centered, grounded, and connected? What were some early experiences in my life that helped me to know myself? Maybe what were some early experiences in my life that helped me to know myself? It might be people also, relationships. What helps me to feel strong and secure? Or what are the things now that help me to find steadiness in a storm? Some things now that help me to find steadiness in a storm. Take about another minute in contemplation or journaling. And any or all of these questions as a way of finding what is your ground. For any of these questions, if you can't find something, some ways of working with that is honoring that it may not be clear in a moment and that this is the process of inquiry. One way might be to ask, what might it be like to know my ground? What might that feel like? What might it look like? We're also just holding and sitting with the question in the not knowing for the time being. And as you're ready, take that into movement and the possibility of movement as a way of knowing. And that might be feeling into where you feel ground in your body, or centered or connected. An option to use your hands in that part of your body if that feels helpful. And inviting that feeling or sense of ground within you to move you. And that movement might be large or small. It might look like stillness. You can consider stillness as an expression of movement. letting yourself be held and moved by your inner ground. Resting into what that might feel like. Noticing any sensations or qualities of experience that might emerge. What is your ground? How does it move you? How does it support your embodied experience? The opportunity to be with that exploration for a few moments longer if you like. And in your own time, settling back to a place of neutrality, letting that experience go for the moment. And whatever will stay from that experience, trusting that it will stay. And you're welcome to take a minute or so here to find a way to integrate or reflect on this full experience. What is your fire? What is your water? What is your ground? And how that might come into your knowing as what we might call an elemental compass, as a way of connecting, knowing, and being a guiding support. Welcome to take these last few moments for some final reflections. And then we'll take a few minutes before we finish together for the session. If anybody would like to share, so know that you're really welcome to use the chat functions, whether you're on Facebook or Instagram Live, and to maybe share what you discovered as your fire, your water, your ground, or any other reflections about what it was like to try out that practice. It could also be frustrations. Sometimes we try something, it's like, I didn't get anything. Seeing, I'll share some of the comments coming up here. Thanks, Kate. Fire was a bit disturbing, but it was all welcome. Yeah, sometimes it's not comfortable to tap into one of these elements, and for others, it may feel really familiar. So, yeah, welcoming all the experiences. Thanks, Perry. That was beautiful. Alia, hi. Nourishing journaling experience. When we're practicing alone, yeah, the benefit sometimes of just having a little bit of guidance and support. Interesting insights there. Indri, thanks for your sharing, and hello. I feel like I'm lacking fire element. Yeah, so in this way, this practice can be that guide to show you as like, oh, okay, that's something that I want to bring a bit more into my life, and some questions for how to do that. And Ria, thank you. Thank you for a lovely practice. Sat well with my personal contemplations lately. Awakening to a new normal. Oh, I like that. Makes me feel grounded and connected. And to share too, I really, as we close, and you're welcome to still keep putting your comments in. For me, as I've been sitting with these questions, I discovered for me, my fire is this insatiable curiosity for what a full human experience is. I think I was born asking why. And So that's one. And the other part is from my, my personal practice, really having a felt sense of being interconnected with all of life. So really being driven by social justice and wanting that experience of well-being for all. My water I know as love and tenderness, that really tempers my fire because my fire is very strong. So that helps me to be soft. And my ground, one of the things that I really realized as a big sense of ground was, growing up and my mom always saying to me, is like, you do whatever you love, do whatever you want, and I'll support you 100%. But recognizing how much that shaped my life and that sense of ground, and stability amidst lots of change, and also community and nature are the elements of ground for me. So it's really nice to come in, be in community and share practices with you. You're just seeing too, I've got a little comment here. Hi, Shari. I love water. I had a beautiful image of a beautiful water goddess. My first emotions were related to birth, nurturing, and mother. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the end of our practice together. Thank you so much for joining. If you do have any questions or reflections come up and you would like to share, please reach out. I love to be in touch with you. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. This will be on IG stories for 24 hours, and it's accessible ongoing on the Facebook page as well. If anybody is interested, I also have a free hour-long practice coming up this weekend on Saturday at 5 p.m. Australia time through Fierce Calm's Grounded Festival, which is a charity event for the Emergency Yoga Teacher Relief Fund. So if you did want to join that, go to Fierce Calm and check out the amazing work that they're doing. I'm really happy to be part of it. So sending so much love and gratitude, and look forward to seeing you again soon.